I'm a little foggy this morning. I'm trying to remember how to spell Facebook.
Good morning, everybody on Facebook, by the way, if you're following live today. It is the Morning Mountain Cam. It's brought to you by our friends at Black Diamond Experts. That would be heating, plumbing, electric, and air. It's going to be 100 again. It's because, they thought it'd be a good idea to torture us early.
All right, coming up this morning.
Cool stuff. They had a kid who was bullied at school. I mean, like brutal because of his heart monitor. There was a certain A-list movie star who came to his rescue and also took him to the biggest film premiere of the year. We'll tell you who that was.
Get out of here. Plus, a really harsh billboard downtown talking about not giving money to panhandlers. We're going to talk about that.
Want to know how you feel about it? Nature is conspiring to kill you, and everybody you love will tell you how.
And also, we're going to do you and Daisy, the weekend rundown, free tickets.
Oh, so many things going on this weekend. You're going to be forced to be an extrovert. I'm sorry, it's going to happen.
Zion's National Park. We have the most national parks, the most state parks in the United States of America.
And best attended too, right?
More than best attended, and that's the whole issue.
Explain.
Well, they're loving it to death. People are loving it to death. Zion's National Park, if you've ever been there, you're not alone. There's always a bunch of people with you. And basically, you have that much foot traffic, that many people. Mm-hmm. The place is getting crushed. And so they're trying to come up with some different plans. There are different plans to work with parking, and they bus people in. And the lines look like Disneyland. They've got those cordoned off things. They go back and forth, back and forth. Hundreds and hundreds of people.
I'm here to see nature while standing in line. Wow,
now, the other one is reservations only.
Isn't that amazing?
Which they do like with the Grand Canyon on the Colorado River. It's like 2 years wait, and you have to get approved and all this other stuff. But that's what they're talking about. And, I think they could also help themselves out by just having a different attitude about this.
Explain.
Well, people show up and they go, whoa, we're really excited because I think these arches must be really cool. And you have the rangers go,
I've seen better.
They fell down. Did I mention that?
You think just discouraging them will make them turn around and go?
Or maybe nasty. Where are you from? What's up?
We don't like people from Missouri. You're going to have to go home now.
You smell like curry. What's that? What's that about? Just rude. Just rude people.
I'm not sure that's the best public relations effort.
Look at a guy and you go, hey, does that shirt come in a men's size too? Just be rude. And
you're mean-spirited today.
But it doesn't cost anymore. It's like a free deterrent. And then the word gets out, social media. Don't go there.
They're mean.
And evidently the arches fell down.
Why don't people ask you, honey?
I don't know. I have all the answers, don't I?
Yeah. All right, this one I think is incredible because, to be honest, I don't think most people are particularly sympathetic towards mental health issues, particularly in the workplace. And Madeline Parker sent an email to her team at work saying, look, I'm going to be out of the office. I'm still working, but I'm going to be out of the office for a few days. I'm having a hard time. I'm focusing on my mental health, so hopefully I'll be back and I'll be 100%. But you can always reach me at home, and we'll just keep going through all of our projects.
There's a couple words there that you never hear.
Mental health.
I'm going to be working on my mental health. It's usually the flu or, something physical as opposed to mental. And so that really stands out.
I mean, she said I'd had several nights of insomnia. I wasn't sleeping. I was starting to have some suicidal thoughts. And she said it's something that keeps coming back from PTSD. And I focus and I get it under control and I move on. But her note to everyone was very professional, just saying, I'm taking some work at home, mental health, but you can reach me there.
But you'd always worry that management might
you're unstable.
Buy it, right?
Here's why I'm in love with this. The next day she opened her email inbox and found a flood of response, but one of them was amazing. It was the company's CEO, Ben Congleton, and he said, I can't believe this isn't a standard practice at all organizations. He said, you are an example to us all, and you help cut through the stigma so that we can all bring our whole selves to work. I thought that was the most amazing thing ever to see from a CEO.
You got to work with that guy or her.
I mean, I absolutely love that he got that and he stood by her and he made sure to point it out.
Yeah.
How important it was.
And we've worked with our boys and stuff. We've worked with 20-somethings as far as tutoring and stuff like that for 15 years. And, for 20-year-olds, it's like, I lost my debit card. Remember that one? I'm staying home for a month.
I can't go home. I can't go to work. I lost my debit card.
I can't move on. I can't move forward.
Yeah.
But this is actually a really serious thing. So that's nice.
I think it's incredibly emotional. Now, what's this about? Explain the jewel thief thing.
Oh my gosh. A career criminal. Doris.
Tell me. Doris, the career criminal?
Yes.
This is even better.
Here's the deal. She was actually on a documentary about her life and how she stole.
She's adorable.
She's 86. No, she's a criminal. And so they did this, and they did this special on her in this documentary, and she talked about all these jewels that she stole, and she used to go into these fancy stores and stuff and just kind of scoop them into her pockets and leave, and forever. I mean, she's been doing this for like 85 years. She's 86. But I mean, she's...
I'm sorry, I think she's... Okay, I'm sorry. But anyway, go on. So she's notorious. She's an internationally known jewel thief, and she's 86. Tell us more.
And she actually admitted some of this. And so basically they caught her. They caught her red-handed. What am I said? They caught her red-handed. And she was stealing jewelry at Walmart.
Oh, lo, how the mighty have fallen. Doris, come on. You were a jewel thief. You were... I don't think they have anything that actually has actual precious metal or precious stones in it at Walmart, do they? Doris. I'm a little disappointed in you, I have to be honest.
And they also found out she had an ankle monitor on, a bracelet.
Way to go, girl.
For another offense.
I don't believe that.
Walmart.
I mean, she was brazen. She was bold. She stole jewelry. Her name was Doris, and they catch her at Walmart
I gotta watch
trying
it.
to rip off something there.
$2.63. Yeah.
I'm very disappointed.
I am way disappointed.
I would have expected better from Doris.
I think I'm thinking about the ones with the laser beams. They have to go over them, and then you go under. And
I know, right? And she ends up at Walmart.
Indiana Jones, where you take this bag of sand and you take that and do that, and then you get crushed by a ball.
When you go to prison, Doris, they will shun you. They will be disappointed.
They're going to be
No one is going to respect you.
I'm a jewel thief. Are you really?
No, Doris, not anymore.
Not you.
Not now. Okay, when we talk about Tell Me Something Good,
Oh,
it's always stories that always stun us, that the people can be this amazing, that they can be this brilliant. But this one
I got it.
Is incredible.
Okay, doesn't start off bad either.
Oh, those are nice.
Doesn't start off
Usually they involve
bad.
explosions or something terrible. Yeah.
All right, so basically this wonderful woman who has Sophie, who is a dachshund, she does this really cool, her name's Eleanor Rubenstein. And basically her daughter drops her off at work every day. Oh, did I mention 104?
She's 104.
Evidently the whole show's going to be around incredible
elderly
older
ladies.
women.
You go, lady. Go on. So tell me more about Eleanor.
So basically she goes to work and she goes into this back office with her dachshund and she sits down and she gets out a phone list and she starts making calls. Now the business is, they get a shopping list for them. And a lot of times it's a potato. A lot of times it's a...
Oh, look at her little face. I love her so much.
A tomato. It's like bran flakes. And
Store
they go
to door.
through...
Yeah, in Oregon. Yeah.
And it's the service that they do. And it's called store to door. Now, one of the things is about this, one of the unique things is that she has developed a relationship with all the people that she calls. And one of the things they're trained at, and here's the cool thing, is the fact that what they're listening for is if there's a change in their attitude. Is there a change in their thought process?
Like, do they sound shaky, or do they sound like they're not really able to focus on what they're saying?
If they're
there's
delusional.
some confusion.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And that's part of her deal. And when that happens, they have a task force that goes in and checks and makes sure...
Does welfare checks and just...
Make sure that they're taking care of themselves, making sure that they're eating, making sure... So if they get on the edge, these people who make these phone calls, they pick it up.
I absolutely love that.
And Meals on Wheels, they kind of do the same thing when they come up to a house. They know the people.
And that's usually their lifeline. This is sometimes the only guests or visitors they have for the entire week.
Well, Eleanor actually chats them up and chats with them and stuff like that, because exactly the case. This might be the only phone call they get all week long.
That's incredible.
Isn't that a good story?
Oh, that makes me cry. I wish... No, that's an amazing program. We should all have that, because that's... And she's 104. That's the part I love best. It's like, some of these younger kids, they can't hold it together as well as I do. So I have to check on them and make sure.
When I'm 104, I'm going to be feeding a tree.
These trees.
No, feeding. Like I'm in the ground and feeding the tree nutrients.
Why? Why?
Because the least my body goes for a good cause. All right. Let's get some news.
Your body's going for a good cause right now. It's married to me. Keep it alive.
It'll be over soon.
All right, Daisy's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She's brought to you by Fink and McGregor Mortgages Made Simple. Make sure that our friend Jeff takes care of you for your next mortgage. He makes it ridiculously simple. Go to fink-mcgregor.com. Executive Transportation, where March will take you in his sweet Escalade. He's perfect for airport pickups. He can also take you for an amazing night out on the town. You can book it at executiveutah.com. And Black Diamond Experts, electric, plumbing, heating, and air, blackdiamondexpert.com. Daisy, what's going on this morning?
Eleanor, I love her. I want to be best friends with her. She looks so lovely. Here's what's making headlines Thursday, July 20th on GephardtDaily.com. Tragedy Wednesday in Utah County, where a 3-year-old Spanish Fork boy was killed after being backed over in the driveway of a home near 987 East, 1420 South. The accident happened around 3 p.m. The child, struck while riding what police call a low-profile child's vehicle, was rushed to the hospital in extremely critical condition and passed away a short while later. Jason Whittier, handler of a Cache County Sheriff's Department canine which died after being left in a hot patrol truck, has been charged with aggravated animal cruelty, a Class B misdemeanor. Investigators say Whittier left the police dog known as Andy inside the truck on a day when temperatures neared the 100-degree mark. Whittier is currently on administrative leave. And a warning from the Salt Lake County Health Department. Officials say the mosquito-borne West Nile virus has been detected at multiple sites in the Salt Lake City area, although there are no reported cases in humans, at least not yet. The infected mosquitoes are being found in ponds and low-lying areas where water collects, and health experts say people should take precautions to avoid mosquito exposure. West Nile has also been detected in mosquito pools in Uinta and Box Elder counties. And now look at Wasatch Front weather, where temperatures will be hovering in the mid to upper 90s for the next few days. Expect a mix of sunshine with a chance of afternoon thunderstorms, especially in southern Utah, where there's a possibility of flash flooding the next few days. That's it for now. More news 24/7 on GephardtDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, my dear Daisy. Wow, so now they found Zika virus and the West Nile virus on the Wasatch Front. Nature really is intending to kill you and everyone you love.
Next, it'll be ferrets. I don't know how to feel about
murderous ferrets.
I don't know how to feel about this story.
Well, I think about it for a minute and then we'll talk. But I just want to tell you about Black Diamond Experts because I got another positive response, which always makes me feel proud. Like someone actually paid attention to me when I suggested something. Thank you. That makes me happy. But no, don't you ever, you kind of go, oh, good. Thank you for listening. So this cute lady on Facebook just wrote that she had actually had the guys from Black Diamond Experts in because I guess not only did her air conditioner short out, but it also screwed up her plumbing system at the same time. So she goes, it was pretty much everything in the house. And she said they were so nice. They came in, they went through everything really fast. They said, we should fix this right now before it explodes or does whatever those things do. And he said, and here's a bid for the rest. And she said they had everything done within 48 hours. It was all done fast. It was all done, taken care of. And she said they were perfect. So it's just nice to know that these are the guys that you can count on and they actually come through exactly the way I said they would. So it's electric, plumbing, heating, and air. They have 24-hour service for emergencies. So all you need to do is go to blackdiamondexpert.com to take a look at it, see what they can offer you.
Very good.
Now, I know this is a tough story.
I just don't know. Cache Valley, one of their officers whose canine unit left his dog in the vehicle, and it passed away.
No,
Jason Whittier, Cache Valley Sheriff's Office, was paired with Andy in 2016 and has now been charged. So, number one, it can happen to anybody. Dog was highly trained. Yeah, I don't know what to think, because it's like, it happens to everyone, and, you just, a little lapse of judgment or something, or... Okay,
I'm on two... I don't know. I'm torn in two different ways here. Number one, everything I know about these dogs, because our niece trains them, and it's literally a 24-hour a day, 7 days a week thing.
Right.
These are brilliant animals, and when they are paired with their officers, they're like their children. I mean, you bond in a ridiculous level. So for me, the fact that happened, it just seems so overwhelming. And I guess the other thing that frustrates me a little bit about this, because I've made so many mistakes as a parent that, believe me, I try to avoid judging, but we've had 3 children die in hot cars in Utah. 3 in the last within the last month. 3. And nobody kept learning from the same mistake. They were all like family reunions and everyone. I guess they're filing criminal charges for the death of this dog, but the children are considered tragic accidents. I'm not sure penalizing is I'm not sure penalizing the parents is the best thing ever, but it's like, is there going to be some kind of repercussion for this level? It's past tragic accident to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of tragic accidents. There's a lot of them that are caused by my stupidity, for which I will, drown in eternal guilt. But for something that's serious,
yeah, I just
doesn't
don't.
it seem like there should be more?
I don't know. It doesn't bring the dog back, and there should be something. Obviously, he's being charged.
Yeah, but if he's being charged with animal cruelty, that feels more like it was willful. Like, I'm fully aware that this is a horrible, horrible
Right.
thing, and I'm still doing it. I don't.
Well, they know more than we do about this, and I just feel really sad because, like you said, they're partners. They're partners.
They bond in a ridiculous way. That's how they're supposed. I mean, that's how it works.
If you remember, the last canine that passed away was shot, and everyone was,
inconsolable. I mean, the police chief Winter was bawling. I mean,
he was.
So they're treasured members of the force. So
Right.
that's why. There's got to be something. If you haven't seen this video, I sat in our car on a 100-degree day for 45 minutes.
Way too long.
And even the camera tapped out before I did, which is funny because
Had
it had
a thermal switch in it
Yeah,
that turned
going-
off, and I sat there watching, and it was like incredibly hard to do this. And then she wasn't right for like 2 days.
Well, but when I'm sitting there and I was in a tank top, you think about an animal in a fur coat or a child kind of stuck in their car seat, all
Bundled
surrounded.
up.
It's unbearable. But at least I knew I was getting out.
All right. Well,
And these animals and these children are waiting for you to come back and save them. And I can't
okay,
even
you can
imagine.
stop now.
I
You're gonna
know,
make
but
everybody cry.
I know, but it's so frustrating. It's like it seems to keep happening, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Right.
There's so many mistakes that we have a potential to make. Why can't we just stop something like this?
Yeah. It's that one distraction. It's that one little thing.
Yeah, but you'd never forget your phone.
You never. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it there. All
Okay.
right. So anyway, we wanted to say thank you very much for viewing and watching on demand, or whether you're watching now.
And we do it through meat.
And
That's the best way to thank somebody is through meat. So we send you to Christopher's Prime Steakhouse. We send you in a beautiful Escalade from Executive Transportation so that you don't have to park, you don't have to drive, you don't have to worry about anything. All you have to do is sit down with 3 of your favorite friends and have an unbelievably sumptuous meal. I'm not looking specifically at this video footage because I'll have to go kill myself. I'm that hungry right now.
I'm looking.
Oh, and in any case, and we make this the night of your life where you get to connect again and have a wonderful time, and it's all taken care of for you.
Find out what your wife's name is.
So if you'd like this, if it sounds interesting to you, all you need to do is comment on the show today and like and share. You're entered. We draw tomorrow, and you could be on your way. So you can do that at the Gephardt Daily Facebook page, Executive Transportation Facebook page, Gephardt Approved Facebook page, or the Todd and Erin Facebook page.
All right, coming up, Daisy and yourself are going to tell us what's going on the weekend.
I know, I'm so excited.
Days of 47 Rodeo, where you have belt buckle bigger than a platter.
Those are pretty cool.
It's all coming up next.
Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. Electric, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. You'll be glad you called an expert. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is actually available anytime at GephardtDaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page. Really pleasant, placid voice. Sorry, we're talking about truly horrible things off. And when Daisy talks about like murder and things in her sweet voice, it's just so much worse.
It's murder.
None of this has to do with murder, though.
No,
Nothing.
no.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I think we can agree it's been a long week
It's
this
been a long,
week,
hot
hasn't it?
week.
Oh my god.
It's been very hot and uncomfortable and long.
Yesterday
boring.
I was like, well, at least it's Thursday.
Okay, see, that's something.
But it wasn't.
No. Oh, that's right! What is wrong with me? I was prepared to agree with you. Like, yeah, it's Thursday.
At least it was Thursday yesterday.
That is really sad.
The week that keeps giving.
Yeah, over and over and over again. It's like Groundhog Day, but hotter.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, but you've found some amazing stuff. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's another exciting weekend. I was talking to Pat, our news director, about. I was trying to clarify this morning because apparently I forget every year exactly what Pioneer Day is. So he tells me it's when the Mormons got to Salt Lake.
Days of 47, that's when they came over the Rocky Mountains.
Okay.
And President Brigham Young had Rocky Mountain fever, I think it was spotted tick fever. And he said this
Spotted
is
dick fever?
Spotted tick. That's a British thing. We've already discussed
Yes,
that.
yes.
But he said, yeah, this is the right place, drive on. So that's when they entered the valley.
And he said they went to Ruth's Diner. No?
Patrick, what have you been telling Daisy?
What?
What has Patrick been telling Daisy?
Patrick, what do you...
President Brigham Young did not go to Ruth's Diner when he entered the valley.
But it was right on the way.
It was why
right
didn't
there.
Why didn't he? Maybe there was a long wait for brunch or something.
I don't know if I can go on. All right, would you like to continue, Daisy?
Yes. Let's talk about what's going on this weekend.
Okay.
So we've got that sorted.
It's
we know
all
what
straight.
Pioneer. The other thing I wanted to ask him was, okay, so is it like Easter in England where people take Friday off and Saturday and Sunday and Monday? And he said, no, not really. It's more like 3-day weekend. Okay.
It's not celebrating the rebirth of our Lord, so it's probably just like one extra day.
One extra.
So it's not
day.
as big a deal,
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is something Jay and I actually do every year, which is the rodeo.
I cannot picture you at the rodeo.
I love the rodeo, and
Do
the
you?
reason I love it is it makes no sense to my brain. Like, here's a list of the things they do: bareback riding, steer wrestling, team roping, saddle bronc riding, tie down roping. What even is that? I mean,
It's the speediest. You get the horse down and then you rope him. You rope him motionless, or the cow, and you get them down. You rope them so that they're motionless and they're trapped. And the fastest one to do that and do it the right way wins.
and I mean, we go every year, and I watch this.
My
but I'm
cousin's
like,
my cousin's a bull rider and a roper. Yeah, he's very talented.
seriously?
Yeah.
Where does he do
Swear
this?
to God, he does a lot of the littler ones, like the Oakley Rodeo and some of the the smaller county ones.
And can you even watch? Isn't that hell?
It's very exciting. Are you kidding? I don't think he's ever gotten hurt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the rodeo clowns get the brunt of it, and they probably should because they're clowns. So that's fair.
So the rodeo started last night. It's going through Monday, and it's kind of exciting this year because usually it's at Energy Solutions.
Yeah.
They've made, I guess, a 16 million state-of-the-art Days of 47 arena.
Get out.
And it's outdoors. So I'm thinking probably best to maybe make sure that you sit in the shade rather than in the sunshine. But so it goes through Monday. It's at 7:00. And tickets aren't that expensive. I think they start like $15 or something like that. So what
For
a lovely...
all the pageantry.
Yeah, all the pageantry.
The
and
excitement.
there's... when we went to the Energy Solutions Arena to see it, there's like fireworks inside, and it's a really fun thing to do. So that's the first thing I definitely would suggest. Like, pop that into your weekend.
I'm just
somewhere.
still trying to picture you in a cowboy hat, hooting and hollering. But okay, I'm gonna go with it.
I'm like, I don't know who I'm cheering for. I don't know what I'm cheering for.
But it looks great.
But it's just fun. And that part where I love the part where they have the Wells Fargo like carriage thing, and they gallop about, and it's amazing. I love it.
I'm just seeing a whole new side to you right now. I swear to God. All right, what else is going on?
Well, I found this nice little thing, right? That so everyone's doing the parade. Jay and I have to do the parade whether we like
that's a
to
given.
or not.
That's really a given.
It goes right in front of our house.
Oh, good. So
we
you basically open a window and sit there with your coffee. See?
That's kind of fun. But listen to this. So at 7:00 on Monday in the morning, bear with me. There's something called a sunrise service in the Assembly Hall on Temple Square. Now,
Oh, it's very fun.
that is a bit early, given.
True.
Have you been to it?
Yeah, I think we had to host something that was involved with it, but it actually was really neat because it was one of those things, again, where it talked about this is how this all began, and you start hearing more about the history and the sacrifice and the epic sweeping nature of coming across the plains and finding this place. I mean, it's really a cool experience to be part of.
And I love this because it's free. No tickets required, and it's non-denominational. It's it says members of all religious denominations are welcome, which I think is just lovely because I'm not LDS, but I think something like that would be so nice.
It's a really inclusive experience because it talks about the fact that the valley was founded by people from many different faiths, and it talks about how important that was, that everybody worked together in a way I don't think we always see.
Yeah.
So it is cool.
Yeah, and there's music and talks and such. So you go to that and then you pop back out and go to the parade.
And then you go see the bull riders.
Yes. Well, I was going to ask you that. So after the parade, like, what are you supposed to do for the rest of the day on Pioneer
Isn't
Day?
it supposed to be brunch?
Oh, then you go to brunch.
We usually hit brunch after that. And then you have to sleep off the food coma
Sleep off the food
during the hottest part of the day.
Because a lot of people camp out, don't they, for the parade?
Oh, man. Seriously, I guess if you're channeling Uncle Jebediah by marinating in your own sweat, I guess it's working. But I went down once to cover, just press-wise for people spending the night. And it's amazing. You see, families of, 20 kids, all the cousins sleeping out on the street, and they're having a great time. I don't think I could take the stress of having all of my offspring out there.
Is that fun?
They make it fun.
They dig
fun. It. They dig it even if it's 127 degrees and they're sleeping on concrete.
Yeah.
They still like it.
So then you have a nap and then you go to the rodeo.
Exactly.
Amazing.
The food coma.
I love America. I love America.
America. Say it right. That's good. All right. Also this weekend, there's Saturdays at the Leo. I love that, number one, because it's air conditioned. But they do STEM activities, and it's really cool. It's back to the concept of we're trying to force our children to have some sort of brain activity during summer. So they do all kinds of making takes. They have STEM experiments. Really interesting things. I mean, the last time we went there, they were teaching kids how to levitate stuff through gases, and air pressure and escaping gases and stuff. It was really cool to watch.
Did Zoe freak out?
Totally.
I bet she loved that, didn't she?
Totally. She dug it big time. So that one's a lot of fun.
That sounds great.
We've got tickets for The Little Mermaid. They're doing this out in Butterfield Park in Harriman. It's from their Arts Council. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so we've actually got 10 pairs of tickets if you would like to do this. Yeah, just comment on the show today. Say, I'd like to go see The Little Mermaid, and we will have that ready for you. It's their orchestra. And then, of course, we've got Rock the Park. This is up in Farmington, and they've got the Voodoo Orchestra playing.
Ooh.
Voodoo Orchestra on the 22nd. That's on July. It's free, and it's July 22nd this Saturday.
So Saturday,
free, 7:30.
Lots of free stuff. You barely
Right?
need to spend any money this week.
That's the goal, except for the food coma, and that's worth paying for every time.
Yep.
It's going to be a heck of a weekend.
And Jay and I are going to see Dunkirk tonight.
Are you so excited?
So excited.
The new
for
movie
that.
from Christopher Nolan about that epic and unbelievable period during the World War II. Are you braced for this? Because it's intense.
Oh man, I happen to be reading a book at the moment that's set in World War II, and there was a description of what actually happened, at Dunkirk, and man, I was tearing up. It's so moving that they took all the boats that were available, just went and picked up, I think 330,000.
It was an unimaginable
Men.
number. I'm trying to. That number sounds right.
Does that sound right?
But I remember that it was an insane.
So much. Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine that kind of concentrated, coordinated effort in such a short period of time with bullets? It's
such bravery. So yeah, we're going to see that tonight. I'll report back on that. I'm very excited.
Would you
for
do
that.
one favor for me? Would you send me a selfie of you in a cowboy hat?
Oh yeah.
Because that's going to be one I
What color?
treasure
I have
for the
a
rest
few.
of. You have more than one cowboy hat.
Why didn't I wear one today?
I'm deeply troubled. I don't know.
I have pink. I have black. How about I do the show Monday in a cowboy hat?
I think that would be crucial. I think we'd all appreciate seeing.
I'll do it. I'll bring one for you too if you like.
Oh, I'd love that. I would love us to be cowboy hat sisters because I haven't worn one since high school, so it'll be good.
Totally do it. It'll be amazing.
This is another slice of life for Daisy. our friend from Britain. All right, we're coming back. We've got Daisy's studio headlines, and we've also got something really interesting. They're doing a desperate call for water along the Wasatch Front, and we'll tell you why. Coming up next. We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. And also by Columbus Travel. If you go to columbusvacations.com, you can sign up for a weekly newsletter that always has great last-minute deals on hotels, airfare, cruises, and more. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com?
Todd and Erin morning stream, GephardtDaily.com. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Hey, listen, I want to do this. Erin and I sold our house, and we're so anyway. So here, we want you to help us because we want to play a trick on our dog. Okay. So what I need is anybody out there who has a pickup truck. Okay. You're gonna come over to our house, and we're gonna take everything out of the house and move it to another place. Can you imagine the look on our dog's face? Priceless. So if you want to be on this joke on my dog, message us on Facebook. Okay.
You prankster, you.
My dog will be like, what?
You prankster. Have you ever seen the Volunteers of America kids out?
I have.
I am so in love with them. These are the kids, I mean, just highly motivated kids who go out, and they're the ones who are walking the streets. And they're talking to the homeless, they're talking to people who need their help. They're trying to find services for them. They're like, how are you doing? Can I get you something to help you? And they're amazing. And they just put out an emergency phone call, though. And they're saying that one of the biggest problems they're having right now, the heat is so insane. And Todd and I
everybody knows this.
Well, but Todd and I drove down by the Rio Grande the other day, and it was stunning. I mean, we had Zoe and Zachary with us in the car, and I was trying to explain to Zoe why there were so many people there on this hot. She goes, why aren't they inside where it's cool?
Right.
And the homeless situation right now is dire, and they've been passing out water as fast as they can possibly, rip it out of the pack.
Well, this is part of the Youth Resource Center, and it's part of the homeless outreach program they have. Mm-hmm. How many bottles of water would you drink if you were outside in a day?
In the pavement, in the direct sun.
A lot. And so here's an opportunity, and it doesn't. Smith's, I think, has 32 case waters, and it's like 3 or 4 for $10.
Yeah, exactly. And what I've noticed from a lot of different places, and this has worked from Walmart to Target to Smith's, if you tell them that you're doing this for a donation to charity, a lot of times they'll also give you a discount. So maybe if you have an extra $10 or something, if you could drop by and pick up some water today, you can drop it off at the Youth Resource Center. I'm going to make sure that I get the address up for you on GephardtDaily.com if you want the information. It's 888 South and 4th West in Salt Lake City. They're also looking for Gatorade and Propel packets, and this is an obvious one, sunscreen.
Volunteers of America.
So they could really, really, really use the help. But think about that. And it's not like because bottled water has become so ubiquitous, there's not that many drinking fountains anymore.
You're right. They
say that it's cut down to like a tenth of what they used to have. So there's not even really access to water here in the States. So if you have time to donate, that's a really big one. I'm going to go get some with Zoe, and I'm going to take it down.
Volunteers of America.
Youth Resource Center, 888 South and 400 West. I'll also put the address up on Facebook if you want to check it there.
Very cool. All right, so where are we?
Right now, we have got to go to Daisy.
All right.
And she's going to do some of the global headlines. It's brought to you by Fink and McGregor Mortgages Made Simple. Our beloved friend Jeff will make sure that you are taken care of. Go to fink-mcgregor.com. Also by Executive Transportation, elegant nights out, or maybe you just need a good ride to the airport and back and making sure you're picked up on time. This would be this guy. You can go to Executive Utah to book your rides. And All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. 24-hour service, because if there's going to be an emergency in your house, it's usually at 2 in the morning. AllUtahPlumbing.com. Daisy, what's going on, my dear?
Hello again, Todd and Erin. Here's a look at world news headlines on Gephardt Daily. Words of support are pouring in for US Senator John McCain, who has been diagnosed with brain cancer. The grim diagnosis was first reported Wednesday night, 5 days after McCain had surgery to remove a blood clot from behind his left eye. Surgeons removed the mass, which was later determined to be malignant. Utah's senior Senator Orrin Hatch offered words of support for McCain, saying few have served the nation more honorably and that McCain was a hero in every sense of the word. Donald Trump is lashing out at members of his own party over the GOP's failure to craft a new health care bill. The openly perturbed president is now suggesting GOP lawmakers forego their August recess and continue to work on a plan. He's also threatening Republican holdouts, including Nevada Senator Dean Heller. At a White House lunch on Wednesday, Trump chided Heller, saying he'd either get on board or risk the ire of Trump's GOP base come time for re-election. Look, he wants to remain a senator, doesn't he? Trump quipped. Heller responded only with a smile. And startling new body cam videos casting a shadow across the Baltimore Police Department. The recording shows a Baltimore cop planting evidence during a drug investigation. The cop accidentally triggered the camera as he was planting dope. The Baltimore Police Department says it's launching an internal investigation. That's it for this edition of World Headlines. For more news from around the globe and here at home, go to gebhardtdaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you very much. You know what we need to do? We need to find out what all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air is up to. Let's look.
How's it going, Todd?
Very good. How are you, sir?
Here you go.
Good to see you. Oh, thanks very much. Cool. That's
Just
good.
kidding.
I'm
Come
not.
on.
Yeah, mind yourself. All right. So what are we doing today?
All right, what we're really serving up here in this bar is tools every homeowner should have.
Okay. Well, that makes
So
sense.
let's move the bell
Okay.
and I'll get started.
All right. What do you got?
All right, so the first three tools that we have is a 6-in-1 screwdriver.
So you have all different bits for it. Okay.
Exactly. Then
Right.
a little tiny screwdriver.
And this, you can actually tighten the knobs on your shower curtain and your toilet dispenser.
Sure, go for
Right,
it.
right,
Go
go
for
in,
it. Yeah, if
tighten
you
them up.
want.
Right.
I'd get mad if you did that. At any rate. So then you have your adjustable wrench. Next,
My favorite.
that's right, channel locks. Very important.
Very cool.
2 pairs.
Why
That's what
2?
you want. So that when you're using them,
You can, a counter
that?
leverage.
backing it up,
All right.
tighten it, whatever. Okay, next is our sheetrock saw.
To get in there.
That's right, open up the walls.
Right.
And then this is what we call a base wrench. This I want to spend a second.
Okay.
What this does is it's adjustable. You push this and it'll open up
Right.
further. You've got choices. And then this is your handle. So you get under the sink, you got to undo that faucet.
Which is behind the basin of the sink.
Right.
Right.
Basin wrench, so it'll get up
Right.
behind there
Right.
and undo something. This is a lifesaver for trying to change a faucet or other. I've used it for other things too.
I have to say something. Plumbers have the strongest neck muscles ever. If you've ever been on a sink and you got your head up like this and you're reaching above your head and you're there for like 30 minutes or longer.
That's right.
It's like I have like a concussion when I'm done and a migraine. I end up at the emergency room and they said, you're not a plumber. And so anyway, you guys are amazing.
So that's what's going to
That's what-
save your
that's-
neck.
Okay, all right,
That's
very
right.
good.
All right, not quite last, but obviously everyone knows what this is.
Yeah. you need-
Razor blade, get her done.
And other blades.
Well, yeah, there's blades inside of it.
Right.
I'm not going to take it apart, but a
Right.
razor blade is a nice thing to have. Okay, then
Another one of my favorites.
an impact drill. We're going to make a loud noise. Look at that, it's got a light on the end. At any
Perfect.
rate, so it impacts, which really helps. I don't know how we put in screws without one of these.
Right?
It was like, oh my gosh. When they invented this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is finally.
Right.
Anyway, so this, and obviously assortment of bits
Mm-hmm.
is something that you want. Okay, Todd, let's recap. These are the basic tools every homeowner needs. A 6-in-1 screwdriver that has many different bits to help you unscrew things. A tiny screwdriver, that one gets really small screws, pretty obvious. Adjustable wrench, loosens or tightens bolts and nuts. Channel locks, one of the most important tools you're going to need. Sheetrock saw, that's obvious. cuts sheetrock open. Basin wrench, that gets you undoing faucets. And then a razor blade, that's pretty clear too, that cuts many things. An impact drill is what we use to put screws into wood.
All right, man.
Thanks, Todd.
Good
All
job.
right, you're not drinking that.
Yeah, I am, because you know why? I got a pair of channel locks, that's why.
Actually, that would work.
It would work. Don't forget, all Utah plumbing, heating, and air.
All right,
You know, I
welcome
find
back.
it
What?
suspect. I find it
What?
suspect that you and John decided to do this highly informative moment at a bar in somebody's basement.
He looks like a bartender.
A bartender wielding tools. And
And
I
I-
can't help but think that perhaps there were adult beverages involved in this exhibition of tools.
No, you don't mess around with plumbing and alcohol.
Can't stand to have one of those plumbing related accidents.
But it's actually funny because the bar is so old looking, retro.
I know
looking.
it's so old
I
school
know.
with the big padded front and everything.
All right, coming up next, why Speedos are the rule in France.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. And also by Columbus Travel. If you go to columbusvacations.com, you can sign up for a weekly newsletter that always has great last-minute deals on hotels, airfare, cruises, and more. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephartDaily.com?
All right, this story comes from France. And this couple with their kids, 2 kids, they decided they're going to go to France. And they said, let's go swimming at the pool at the hotel.
Sure.
We all do this.
Yeah.
And so they're in there, and the next thing you know, he looks over, and his wife's talking to the talking to the lifeguard. And they seem to be going back and forth, and some hand gesticulation like that. And he goes, "What's going on?"
There's gesticulation. That's never a good sign.
And so basically, what happened is the lifeguard comes over and he says, "I'm sorry, but I'm sure he had an accent.
Sorry.
Is that the best you can do?"
I know. We even have French friends
Sorry,
from France.
but your suit is too short. No, their suits were too long.
I beg your pardon?
They were too long.
I don't
They were
understand.
down. They had long, shorts.
board shorts, right?
Like we always have shorts, right? The way shorts are, because you can't trust people with shorts that are above their knee. We all know that.
Well, so he was complaining because they were wearing board shorts?
It wasn't just
swimsuits?
complaining. He was going to throw them out.
Why?
Because it's France. And they want them to wear like a Speedo kind of thing, like Daniel Craig did in 007 guy. Remember he came out of the water?
Yeah, but even Daniel Craig didn't even really pull that off.
Or
That's
Angelina Jolie when Tomb Raider?
That's different.
Yes, it is.
Angelina could wear a cow on her head, and we'd all go, "You are so beautiful."
Hot. Yeah.
We
So
would.
anyway, he said, well, what are we going to do? Because these are the only swimsuits we have.
He was going to throw them out for having swimsuits
France.
too long.
He
Okay.
must get out of the pool. Then he points over to the side, and there's a vending machine.
They have swimsuit vending machines?
Yes, they do.
No freaking way! No freaking way they do.
Right.
Oh my good lord.
Now, this is funny because growing up in Maine, the Canadians would come down. Canadians were really big on black Speedos. Really big. It looks like they were smuggling grapes into the country.
Oh
but
yeah,
anyway.
French Canadians, we always had them down in Virginia Beach too, and they wore the handbags and the Speedos.
Yeah, and it was
Those
great.
are the guys.
Yeah. Well, and I the only reason I wanted to do this story was for what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Because what they call, some people, the Speedo style swimsuit, some describe it as a budgie smuggler.
Budgie's a little bird,
Parakeet.
like the parakeets.
It's the only reason I told that story.
So that you could say the phrase, we
But-
had to go buy budgie smugglers to wear in the pool. Okay, I'm with you.
Okay.
All right, so for today and tomorrow, we're going to be doing the Battle of the Superheroes, and let me explain why. Because every now and then when you get an A-list movie star who does something absolutely spectacular, it makes me even happier, because it's so nice to know that, because they get to a point of being so removed from reality that you wonder if they remember what human beings are anymore.
Yesterday we talked about Daniel Radcliffe, and he stopped and some guy got mugged and got cut. he stayed with him till the police got there.
Took care of him. Yeah, it's not even that he got him stabilized and went, well, I'm out of here.
Like you're supposed
he
to.
He stayed with him to the point where, he went to the hospital. It was wonderful.
But like he's going to step over the guy and go, oh, and then walk on. Of course you're going to help.
This one's brutal. There's a little guy. His name's Daniel. He's got cystic fibrosis, and in his treatments, he has tubes in his chest, and they're quite noticeable.
Right.
It's a difficult thing, and then there's a little packet that goes with it. And he was getting bullied at school for it because, sometimes kids are evil, and they attack anything that's different. And for me, I don't know if I could take that as a mom. That would just send me over. And his mom, Katie, said that it was just brutal that she'd met with the principal and that they tried to do all kinds of different things and she said, look, you're like Iron Man, you're like Robert Downey Jr. and she showed him the movie
because he had the chest pack?
the nuclear reactor. He says you're like him,
right.
And she even like handmade like a little pack that looked like the Iron Man one,
cool.
so that her son could feel
Did it help?
Kind of cool. So she posted a picture of Daniel wearing his little version of the arc reactor on Instagram, and she tagged Robert Downey Jr. and said, would you mind sending him a picture back, showing what yours looked like? So now you're thinking, okay, well, that's really sweet.
How many billions of things does he get?
But Robert Downey Jr. is probably not going to catch the hashtag or anything else. Somebody in his group did, and they showed it to him. And so what he did is he put on this utterly ridiculous tiger suit. Can you show him?
Yeah. Get out. Get out. What the hell? And it's not just like he's standing there. He's perching.
It's Robert Downey Jr.
What?
So he posted the picture on his Instagram account, and he also tagged Daniel and also sent them a personal message and said, you know what? When I'm feeling down, I like to wear my tiger suit. He says, I want you to bring your mom, and I want you to be my guest of honor at Captain America: Civil War.
Wow.
And so Daniel's all dressed up, and he's got his little arc reactor on, and Robert Downey Jr. wore this big like bling thing that looked like one with his tux,
funny.
and he walked down the red carpet with him.
Can we show that picture again?
Please, just one more.
I'm
sorry, you can't beat this man for coolness.
Oh, that is so funny.
You just can't.
Oh my gosh.
And so his mom showed all these cute pictures of Daniel getting his tuxedo fitted for the night, and she said I was a blubbering mess.
Oh.
But the picture of those two walking down the red carpet with him.
Yeah.
And that one more time, please.
They weren't wearing the tiger outfit.
I've got to see that again, please. Just one more time, please, Brandon.
Please. There you go. Boom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And just the pose.
And you can see his little tail drooping onto the ground.
All right.
It's so
So
beautiful.
it seems like we're talking about tough kids here.
Toughest 5-year-old in North America lives right here in American Fork.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
I love this. Wendy Prescott said that her 5-year-old granddaughter Ruthie knew exactly what to do when she collapsed.
She's 5 years old.
Yeah. Wendy's got diabetes, and so she cares for Ruthie a lot when her mom's working. And Sunday morning, this last Sunday, she was over at the house with her. She said, now look, sweetie, sometimes I get these random fevers, and I kind of have these spells. So if you see Nana looking kind of dizzy or something,
right,
this is what you do. You call 911, and then you call your mama.
She's 5.
And this is a 5-year-old. Think of her Zoe, and a little bit younger. And she
Zoe
said,
would step over me and go to the fridge for a popsicle.
That's not true at all. She used to track her brother's seizures and contact us, so she was very calm about it.
This is true.
In any case, so this little sweetie, this little Ruthie, is with her Nana, and Wendy collapses. She passes out. So she's lying there on the kitchen. Ruthie finds her, and so here's the deal. Ruthie calls 911, and they say, what's the address of your emergency? And Ruthie goes, my grandma. And the dispatcher said, you know what your address is? And she managed to tell her the address, and she said, what's happening? She said, my grandma got knocked out, and I don't know how. And her sugar is right where it needs to be, but she's acting like she's sick. I mean, she even knew her sugar levels.
Diabetic, they knew going in.
The dispatcher said, okay, don't hang up. We're right here. Are you next to her? And the dispatcher said, is she breathing? And Ruthie goes, yeah. And she was able to describe what was happening with her Nana.
Oh, my gosh.
And so the dispatcher said this kid was amazing. She called 911. She knew what to say. She rattled off the address. She stayed on the phone until the paramedics arrived. And here's the deal. She said, I'm going to put down the phone for a minute. And the dispatcher was like, well, no, wait. And she goes, well, I hear the paramedics outside, and I have to go shut the dogs in the back door, in the back room, so that they won't attack. So she went casually, got the dogs in the back, shut them up, and then went to the front to unlock the door for the paramedics. Toughest 5-year-old
Wow.
in North America.
Where? American Fork?
American Fork. Ruthie,
Well done.
you rock.
A lot of
How cool
stories.
is that?
A lot of stories about heroes today, and some of the people who do things don't get credit for it. First of all, thanks for watching the Todd and Erin morning stream on GetPartDaily.com. You can watch this on demand or share it to your friends.
Any freaking time
Just
you
to
want.
annoy them and do that. But anyway, some of the people are out there working really hard, especially this summer, in a record amount of rescues.
It's been insane.
Department of Public Safety. And if you ever wondered what it looked like from a helicopter saving people on a mountain, this is it.